Rebellion and terrorism. These are the two crimes attributed to a pro-independence activist arrested today by the Spanish police. Hello and welcome to Catalan News. Spain's Guardia Civil Corps launched today an operation against the Committees for the Defence of the Republic, a network of pro-independence activists. So far, one person has been arrested, charged with rebellion and terrorism, and sent to the Spanish National Court in Madrid. But this hasn't been the only police operation against activists in favour of a Catalan state, as we'll tell you in our show today. Here at Catalan News, we'll also talk about the latest of two unique elements of the Catalan identity, cava and the upcoming Book and Roses Day, or Sant Jordi. One woman has been arrested today, charged with rebellion and terrorism. The reason? Coordinating some protests against the Spanish measures against Catalan independence during Easter, including cutting off roads and obstructing toll booths. The Spanish National Court prosecutor had warned of possible rebellion charges to these groups of activists a few days ago. What it had not said is that terrorism, one of the harshest crimes in the Spanish Penal Code, will also be on the table.
Rebellion and terrorism. These are the accusations levelled at a woman arrested today in Catalonia. The reason? Coordinating protests by pro-independence grassroots groups. A man was still wanted by police in the afternoon. Rebellion is one of the most severe offences in Spain's criminal code, carrying prison sentences of up to 30 years. It's recently been used to prosecute pro-independence leaders. Government members, party leaders and the former parliament speaker are all either in jail or seeking refuge abroad. Even two activists, the heads of major grassroots organisations, have been charged with the offence. But today's case seems different. Until now, everyone accused of rebellion were public figures. The woman arrested today is virtually unknown, and perhaps more importantly, she is the first to be accused of terrorism. So what's the reason? The woman is a member of a local CDR, short for Committees in Defence of the Republic. This decentralised network of grassroots groups was set up in the run-up to the independence referendum in October. Their most recent protests include cutting off highways and opening up toll booths to demand the release of jailed leaders. Their actions, they say, are always non-violent. The woman was not the only independent supporter to be arrested today. 6 people were detained for a major protest in front of the Catalan parliament in January. Unlike the woman, though, they were released later in the day and will spend the night at home.
The news of the operation, and especially the arrest of a woman with charges of terrorism, prompted a huge wave of reactions in Catalan politics. While those opposed to independence celebrated the police actions, such as the People's Party leader in the country, the parties in favour of a Catalan state expressed outrage and concern for what they say is a trivialisation of terrorism.
Ens preguntem com l'Estat pot banalitzar el terrorisme i la violència com ho està fent. Com l'Estat podrà justificar que tallar una autopista equival o inclús és més greu que qualsevol atemptat terrorista.
I que farem apel·lacions a les Corts espanyoles i als governs d'arreu del món per explicar exactament quin és l'estat de malaltia de la democràcia espanyola.
Sembla ser que ara el dret a protesta, el dret a manifestar-se, que hauria de ser quelcom habitual, normalitzat i ben acceptat en una suposada democràcia, doncs a dia d'avui és un crim.
No tenim tota la informació i des del respecte a les decisions de l'Audiència Nacional nosaltres no veiem motiu per aplicar legislació antiterrorista.
El dret a protesta és un dret garantit al nostre país, és un dret que s'ha de respectar, que tots i totes hem de respectar i defensar, i és una clara barbaritat, com els deia, imputar sedició, imputar rebel·lió i imputar encara més terrorisme en els casos de protesta.
Por tanto, nosotros no hacemos como el señor Torrent, que básicamente se pone a escribirle cartas a los jueces. No, todo lo contrario, respetar las decisiones judiciales y, por supuesto, las investigaciones que estén en marcha siempre.
Reactions to the police operation today not only came from Catalonia, but also from the European Union and Brussels, where journalists brought the subject up. The Chief European Commission spokesperson was repeatedly asked to comment on the matter, and it was even questioned whether cutting roads is considered as terrorism. His response disappointed some journalists in the press room.
So what does the European Commission think of these accusations of rebellion and especially of terrorism? Do you believe that they are proportionate?
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of these developments.
But do you think that this description of, let's say, some activist groups' activities or interventions in public highways could be described as terrorism?
We are allowed to express ourselves and present position the Commission only on areas where the European Union has competence.
Are you worried that for the first time independentist groups or in the civil society groups, organizations related with the, like calling for the independence of Catalonia are linked to accusations of terrorism?
I don't have anything much to add. If you're asking me to evaluate the Spanish judicial system, I'm very happy to say that the last time we checked, Spain is a democracy.
These police operations come only 3 days before a new Catalan president theoretically has to be sworn in. The investiture session has been set for this Friday at 10 a.m. The candidate for the post is Jordi Sánchez, a jailed MP whose bid has already been denied once in March by the Spanish Supreme Court. Today, Sánchez's defence asked once more for permission for him to attend Parliament or to take part in the session via video link. This time, the jailed MP argues that the UN Human Rights Council has urged Spain to take precautionary measures to guarantee his political rights. It's now up to the Supreme Court to allow him to take part in the debate or not. This will mean changing its original ruling. It's the 4th time that the Catalan Chamber Speaker has set an investiture session. In another chamber, the Spanish Senate, lawmakers decided against commemorating the 80th anniversary of the deadliest fascist bombings during the Spanish Civil War, which took place in Guernica in the Basque Country. The majority of the senators from Spain's ruling People's Party rejected launching a committee to investigate the events that took place in 1937 and the organising of an international congress on the issue. The People's Party argued that the proposal was forgetting one side. The bombings were executed by Nazi Germany's Condor Legion and Fascist Italy's aviation to support Francisco Franco's troops. These events became timeless soon afterwards, with the creation of Pablo Picasso's iconic painting, Guernica. It has remained a symbol of anti-war art for generations. Moving on, in just under 2 weeks, it will be a very special day for Catalonia, Sant Jordi or St. George's Day, and here it's celebrated in a unique way, with roses and books for the one you love. Everything is set up for the big day.
There's little in the world like a love for literature. In Catalonia, this gets its own day, and it's coming up soon. Sant Jordi, April 23rd, a day of love, roses, and books. Sant Jordi translates to St. George in English. It's celebrated worldwide, but here particularly as the patron saint of Catalonia. It also falls on the UNESCO World Book Day. Inasmuch the ideas of love, both romantic and platonic, and literature are mixed. Traditionally, 2 types of gifts are given, a rose or a book. Consequently, this is a big day for sellers of both items. For literature in particular, this is an opportunity to make up for some of the business lost to online retailers. The Booksellers Guild of Catalonia foresees that this 2018 Sant Jordi will not disappoint. After 2 years in a row on a weekend, it again falls on a business day. Because of this, they're hoping for a turnover of 21.80 million euros like last year. Booksellers and florists alike set up shop on the sidewalk on this day, attracting a lot of foot traffic. Another unique addition to this year's April 23rd is an agreement with the City Council of Barcelona to create more passageways for pedestrians to get from one major street to another. Sant Jordi remains a time-honored tradition, but the legend is not new. As the story goes, a knight in shining armor rescues a princess from a dragon. After slaying the beast, out of its blood grows a single rose, which he then of course gives to the princess.
Another uniqueness of Catalan identity is its cava. The country is already known by many for the production of this alcoholic drink in between Prosecco and Champagne, but a new project by some cava producers aims to put the country even more on the map in the world of sparkling wines.
If you ever fancy a glass of bubbly in Catalonia, there is no need to buy from abroad. The country is well known for its cava production, with some of the bigger names exporting the drink far overseas. And for fans of this fizzy grape-based alcoholic beverage, there is some more good news. 6 Catalan cava producers have joined forces to make their very own brand, Corpinat. The name itself means born in the Penedès, the Catalan region where cava and wine is made. The companies behind this initiative are Cremona, Llopart, Nadal, Recaredo, Sabater i Coca, and Torelló. By creating Corpinat, the Association of Corpinat wine growers and producers want to show to the world what Catalonia has to offer.
que en aquesta zona del Mediterrani s'estan fent grans vins escumosos, de llarga criança, de molta qualitat, de molta complexitat i de molta originalitat, únics al món. I això necessitem unió per poder-ho explicar al món.
The creation of Corpinat has been called a great opportunity by the cava producers to put Penedès on the map as a flagship region of origin for the production of sparkling wines. Another key idea behind the new brand is how each wine has an identity.
La identitat no s'entén sense un terrer, que és un territori, un clima, les persones que treballen i una història d'aquest territori.
In order for a sparkling wine to be labeled as Corpinat, they must be made by the same winery itself in accordance with a specific ecological method. This will ensure that there is no possibility of buying wines from outside or the sharing of work between wineries. Other requisites include a minimum aging process of 18 months, as well as 2 annual audits in order to ensure these requirements are met. So watch this space. A new label will be appearing on supermarket shelves soon.
To wrap it up today, we'll leave you with images of the first concert in a year and a half of the Cataras, a Catalan band which has just released a new album, Tots els meus principis, or All My Principles. As the warmer weather is reaching the country, outdoor concerts like this are more and more convenient. Enjoy it and see you tomorrow.